I think what makes Singapore's dining scene very unique is that you have chefs from all over the world here. I mean, I can't think of another city where you have chefs from Spain, England, Australia, you know, America, that are sort of converging on a city.
The biggest change for Singapore has been this incredible influx of restaurants. It started about 5 years ago with the emergence of the integrated resorts, so Marina Bay Sands and Sentosa Resorts World, bringing in these celebrity chefs to open satellite restaurants. It's created a platform for these young up-and-coming chefs to cook and to really get ahead in the restaurant scene.
When people come into town and they want to do something well, they bring with it all of their knowledge and expertise in sourcing, and that only helps to fuel the rest of us, because maybe we didn't have access to that sort of product before, but now that they're here, it's available, so it helps us all grow.
I would say in the last 5 years we've seen really much greater diversity in the type of cuisines, the price range, the type of chefs. So for me, that's really kind of been the big change that we've seen.
Last 5 years, Singapore has really changed a lot, because since I arrived in Singapore 5 years ago, especially all those fine dining restaurants that doesn't exist not 5 years ago until now. You have so many great chefs in Singapore. It's really demonstrate that how people that is willing to pay and crave for good food.
I think the biggest change in the food scene that I've sort of witnessed is just the, well, there's two things: the quality of the product and the quality of the consumer. I think nowadays people are much more conscious and aware of what is great, what is the standard that I should be expecting when I go to a restaurant.
A couple of key trends that have happened in the Singapore food scene is, one of them at the moment is a huge drive towards mid-range restaurants as opposed to high-end restaurants. When the celebrity chefs came in, everybody seemed to be opening fine dining restaurants, but now everybody's opening mid-dining restaurants that are more casual, that are more affordable.
The casual dining scene has become much more sophisticated. You know, you're seeing a lot more of these restaurants that are serving fairly sophisticated food in very casual surroundings.
Singaporeans dining out, it's always been part of the cultures, and you know, they're craving for good food, and you just never have that opportunity or that much restaurateurs willing to come in with a different concept.
If I'm going to open a restaurant, how am I going to make it unique? How am I going to make it different? And either by technique or by product, by focusing in that way, you can really zone in on that.
I think Singaporeans have become a lot more affluent. The average Singaporean also has a bit more spending power now, and they're using it to enjoy themselves and go out and eat.
The Singaporean diner now has a lot more choices, and they go out a lot more, you know. That's a trend I've observed, certainly among my friends. We go out to eat a lot more than you would have, you know, a few years ago.
I think nowadays it's really to find a restaurant that has a very clear concept and a very bright character.
Even New York, you don't have that sort of chefs coming in from all over. You might have some influence, but a lot of it is American chefs being influenced by abroad, and the same in Europe. But here, everyone is coming here. They want to be based here. They want to cook here. And I think that's something that's very, very unique to Singapore.